it's all gonna be good. Don't worry about nothing, don't worry about nothing, nothing now. It's all gonna be good. So breathe like you know you should. Yeah, breathe.
Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are looking at the aggregate functions in Microsoft Excel for data analytics. Now, what is the aggregate function all about? So the aggregate function simply helps you to do your basic aggregations as well, and some advanced aggregation. But in this particular case, what this function is most helpful for is that in do your aggregations and your calculations and whatever, if there are any errors in that particular aggregation, we can still find the result by bypassing those errors. All right, and so in this particular video, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. All right, and so if you are ready, let's jump right in. Hello, I'm Meshak here, and still in the course of the video, just wanted to take a minute and to let you know that if you're a small business owner or someone trying to break into data analytics, hey, you should know that I can help you move faster without confusion. Over here, I offer one-on-one data analytics coaching where I teach you practical skills in Power BI, SQL, Excel, Python, alright, and business insights tailored to your goals. Whether it's for improving decisions or landing a role, you are at the right place. I also need you to know that I've also created a Power BI beginner ebook that breaks everything down step by step, no jargon, no overwhelming. And so if you are ready to actually understand data and use it with confidence, I'll ask you to check the links right below. I've attached it to my video. Alright, and you can see, so this is my one-on-one coaching where you can book a coaching session with me, and you can get to ask me questions directly, and I can help you to solve any problem that you are looking to solve when it comes to data analytics. You can also find my ebook here, right? And so if there is something that you like, you can simply go in and then you can purchase it, and it's quite affordable, so you can just go in and purchase it, and trust me that you are going to get the value that you are looking for as you buy this book. All right, so without much ado, I digress. Let's move back to the video. Now in this video, this is the data set that we will be working with. I'm leaving that in the description box below so you can download and follow along as I take you through. Alright, so now if you look at this, I've already done the calculation, and you can see that this is supposed to be our answer. Alright, so that we can compare the result with what we already have. Okay, and so we have something like this as our data set. Okay, and so the person that filled in the records, all right, filled in these records from Spain all the way to Korea being our country. All right, and then these are the total sales amount by country. All right, so we have the total sales amount for all of them by country. However, if you go through the total sales amount column, what we can find out is that some of the figures, all right, or the values in this particular cells are not supposed to be. All right, so we have a cell like this. All right, so a cell C10 having AMA in that particular cell. Now we have another one as well like so, having this error in its cell. Okay, now what we want to do, if you want to find the total sum amount for this, is that if you run this, we are going to get a result of an error. All right, or the result you are going to be getting is going to be an error. Now let's try this and see what I'm talking about. Let's we want to find the total sales amount for all of these countries. Now what you'll be tempted to do, or what you would like to do, is simply just go to equal to and say sum. All right, because we're looking for the total, so sum, and now we are going to highlight all of this, right? Close this, and now you're going to realize that now this is giving you an error. All right, this is telling you that there is an error, all right, or this result can be provided. All right, now not just with the sum, but even if you want to use average, all right, it's still not going to work. All right, it's going to still give us an error. All right, this is still going to give us an error. All right, like so. Okay, and so in view of this, let's assume that you have records that are over 10,000 or over 1,000, and you want to quickly just run through and find the total amount, even though there are errors in them. How do we do that? All right, so what you can simply do is what we call the aggregate function. All right, so now how does the aggregate function work? Okay, so we are simply going to say equal to aggregate. All right, we are going to use the aggregate function. I'm going to say aggregate, and now it's going to ask you, what exactly do you want to do? Are you looking for the total sum? Do you want to find the average? Do you want to find the count? All right, do you want to find the max, the mean, and all of that? All right, so it gives you a lot of option here. It even asks you if you want to find the median. All right, it asks you if you want to find the median or the mode, the large, the percentile. It gives you so many options when you're using the aggregate function. Okay, and so in this particular case, we said that, all right, we just want to find the total, all right, or the sum of this amount, all right, without the errors. Okay, and so I'm simply going to go to sum, and I'm going to select the sum, all right, and that is number 9. Once I'm done with it, it doesn't end there. If you look at the logical functions, it says, all right, now we've looked at the function number, which is 9, which is the sum, and I'm going to say comma, and then we have options. So what are the options? Now, because we don't want errors in our calculation, we don't want to have the errors, because it is the errors that is making our calculation not work. We are going to go right here, and then we are going to say, all right, so ignore the error values. Now, there are so many other things that we can ignore with the aggregate function, and it depends on you. Do you want to ignore hidden rows? Is it hidden rows that is causing your calculation, your aggregation not to work? All right, if that is the case, you select ignore hidden rows. Ignore nothing. We have ignore hidden rows, error values, nested, all of that. We have ignore hidden rows and error values. All right, so you can do whatever that you want to do depending on what it is blocking your aggregation from working. In this particular case, it is our error values, these error values that are blocking our aggregation from working. All right, and so with this, I'm going to simply go and I'm going to say ignore error values. So what this simply is going to do is going to calculate everything, but for the error values, all right, it's going to skip them. It's going to jump on them. All right, and then go to the next available value. All right, so that we are able to do our sum aggregations. Okay, and so I'm simply going to go to ignore error values, select this. All right, so I've selected that, and now I'm going to again, so that is the options that we've given it. I'm going to say comma, and then it's going to ask you for the array. Now the array is simply what items, all right, we are looking to sum, all right, or we are looking to do our aggregations on. All right, in this particular column, it is this entire column, right, from C7 all the way to C17. All right, so from here all the way to here, this is what we are doing our sum aggregation on. So we are going to just highlight and select all of them, and now we can close this. Okay, so that now if I hit on enter, you are going to find out you're going to find out that even though the error values, we are actually still going to get our sum total. All right, and if you look at it, you can see this is similar to this. That means our aggregation worked. All right, now likewise, if you don't want to find the sum and you want to find the maybe average, you can again just select the average. All right, like so, and that is that. You are going to find the average, and so it works for whichever aggregation function that we are looking to work with. All right, and so yes, this is how the aggregation function works in Microsoft Excel. It's an amazing feature that each and every data analyst should be able to get used to, all right, to help them in doing their data analytics project in Microsoft Excel. So with this, we are going to bring the curtain to an end here. And like I always say, if you enjoyed this video, hey, don't forget to hit the like button, all right, and do be sure to subscribe to my channel so that when I upload any new video on Microsoft Excel for data analytics, you'll be among the first to be notified. All right, do not forget to comment down in the comment section below if you found this helpful, or if there's something you'd like to get in touch with me. All right, do not forget to leave that in the comment section. All right, and like I always say, do be sure to take care of yourself, and I'll be sure to catch you in the next one. See ya.
Whatever you take, baby, if that's what you like, I'll do it.